Hey guys, I'm just here to show you a walkthrough of the Valve VR developer showcase from the perspective of the IGN winners. So here we're walking up the stairs of the venue. This is the main room where we were briefed and told what we'd be doing for the day. Um, Here I have a pen, a card, and the schedule for the day, including a nice note-taking book. For the day, we're going to see Elite Dangerous, Budget Cuts, The Gallery of Star Seed, Fantastic Contraption, Cloudlands Rare Mini Golf, Hover Junkers, Audio Shield, Final Approach, Arizona Sunshine Job Simulator, Space Pirate Trainer, and Tilt Brush. And that's a layout of the room. So here, to the doors to the right, we're walking in after they briefed us, and we're sort of discovering this room for the first time. There's some really nice ambient music, some food to the right, all of the different demo areas, which are all those sort of blue squares lying on the ground. So we were told to just basically explore, and that in 15 minutes or so we were going to have our first demo, and we would have a demo and then a 15-minute break and another demo. So that's room 2 over there, and this is room 1. So as we're walking in this direction, you're going to kind of get to peer around at some of those rooms there and the walls, which are doing some very cool things. We're walking towards a podium here, which contains the Vive. So we're all sort of crowding around it, enjoying it, picking it up, kind of learning about it. We haven't yet had any experiences with it beyond our own before this event. The Vive Free is sort of new to us. These are some of the other winners. So we're all kind of playing. So we're going to walk towards 4 here, which is Job Simulator, which was a lot of fun. Definitely a very cool game. Up the stairs there is Hover Junkers, which is a really fun multiplayer experience, which I'm sure you're all aware of. I'm going to walk on over to the podium here and take another look at the Vive because it's just so darn cool. Another peek at it. Look at that thing. 5 here is Arizona Sunshine, which was a really fun zombie shooter. I had a lot of fun with that. Didn't die. Sweet. Here is Space Pirate Trainer, which is another really cool arcade shooter. Had a lot of fun with it. It was different. Here's a very fun game, which is Final Approach, which is kind of more of a strategy game and was very unique, and I really enjoyed sort of the different out-of-the-box experience. Here is Audio Shield, which was created by the creator of Audio Surf, so as you expect, it's about music. May I note, I missed Tilt Brush back there. It's actually in the far corner, but I'm sure you all know about Tilt Brush. Sorry, Tilt Brush. Here's Elite Dangerous, which is the only seated experience, but I definitely had a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of Elite. Here is Budget Cuts, which is my favorite, and I'll come back to in a bit. This is Starseed. It's the gallery demo. And number 11 here is Fantastic Contraption, which was truly fantastic, and the developers were really fun. And number 9 here is Cloudlands VR Mini Golf, which I really enjoyed as well. So from here on out, I'm just really going to talk about sort of my experience. This is Budget Cuts that I'm playing. This is the only one I ended up recording. So you're going to kind of get to see me nerd out and play Budget Cuts. So I know this is probably more boring than being able to see the game, and I apologize for not having footage of the game, but at least you kind of get to see how I play the game and how I moved in the space, and yeah. You'll note here that I'm putting on the wristbands because in Budget Cuts you do a lot of throwing of knives, and so I was very carefully warned that it's probably a good idea to put those on because I very well might throw them. So I did, and they're good and seemed to work really well. I sort of played with them a little bit after and saw how tough they were, and they were very tough. And I almost threw a controller once, so that helped. So here I'm just kind of learning the game, or not really the game. I'm more just double checking the controls. Let me note that I saw Elite Dangerous first, and so I kind of going into this was checking out the Vive Pre's tracking a little bit in the beginning here. So I didn't start playing the game until probably like a minute or two into this. I sort of messed around, picked stuff up, took a look at the controllers, looked around, just kind of wanting to get a feel. They also talked to me through the headset. For all the demos they did this, all the developers would essentially wear a headset and talk to us through the headphones and kind of give us direction if we went a little bit of astray. Each one of these demos was 15 minutes. We got to spend 15 minutes with each demo and then a varied amount of time with the developers as we all just kind of got to walk around and hang out with them, which was a lot of fun. So here I'm starting to sort of pick up, playing around with stuff. I'm grabbing stuff, I'm picking stuff up, I'm looking at the kind of little menus on the controllers which pop up that allow you to switch what hand is the portal gun and what hand is sort of your primary grab for stuff, etc. There I'm trying to start my juggling loop, but I give up and throw it away because screw that. I couldn't manage to get a third one going, but maybe I'm just bad at juggling right now. I don't think it was the controllers. I'm just not my day. So here I'm playing around with switching my left and right hands for which one's the portal gun, because they noted that I probably was using the wrong hand. Later, it turns out that I was using the wrong hand anyway, and I switch it, but that'll be later on. So here I'm probably opening drawers or knocking something off shelves, because you do a lot of that in this game, and it's super, super satisfying. Um, might I note that this game you spend a lot of time in hallways and rooms smaller than the room you're in, so I'm compelled not to walk into walls, and I'm compelled to not even to touch walls, and I do this without even thinking, right, because the immersion's so good. I'm probably learning about the portal gun here, so you can see me, I'm opening drawers. I'm actually just opening drawers. Look at me, open all those darn drawers. I'm like, I found something in this drawer, I wonder if I can use it there. Maybe not, I don't know. I'll drop it, cool. I'm kind of just figuring stuff out. I think I'm placing stuff on top of each other and then trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do in this room. And a lot of this game you spend trying to figure out what to do, because it's part of the puzzle, right? You know, it's kind of got that Portal-esque feeling of, how exactly do I solve this conundrum? And so I go about doing that. I spin there, just kind of trying to figure out the room, and kind of like that 360 feel, see how it goes. So I think here I'm still picking stuff up. I really like to grab potted plants and drop them. I don't know if that's evident in that motion, but I think that's what I was doing. So here what I'm trying to do is I believe I'm trying to open a safe. So I have terrible balance as shown there, and I managed to open a safe, and then I pick up what I need and I open that door, and then I teleport through. As you can see me, I'm actually shooting with one of my hands, and I'm teleporting with that hand. The other hand I'm using for mainly just sort of playing around. He's telling me right now that I should really swap my hands, because he's noticing that I'm shooting portals with my left hand when I should really be teleporting with my right hand, because I'm right-handed. Oh no, excuse me, in reverse. He's telling me to put my portal in my left hand because he wants me to play with my dominant right hand, so I play and grab things with that. As you can see, I'm throwing stuff around again, picking stuff up. So yeah, grabbing stuff. So in general, the game goes like this, and you teleport, throw things at robots, kind of do what you'd expect in budget cuts. It's exactly as the videos show it. It's very fun, very stealthy. I do a lot of teleport, hide behind a wall, and the teleporting feels excellent. It was definitely the best teleporting experience I had through all the demos. The game looks great. I really enjoy how the environments are set up. I love the straightforward power of the mechanics. They don't try to be complex. I'm juggling an object here, just bouncing it, throwing it around, having fun with it. Just playing it. Oh, dropped it. Well. So yeah, the game feels really great. I'm very excited for it. I'm excited to see it, be a very long game. And I, of course, didn't get to the end of it here. But I'm assuming that, if I played it for an hour, I'd probably get to some conclusion, because they're adding more content as they go. That's just an assumption. I don't actually know. But I'd love to see several hours of this content. I would play it again and again. As they noted, I was sort of trying to speed run near the end, wanting to get as much content through as much content as possible, which was a lot of fun. I'll say a couple things about the Vive controllers and headsets. They were absolutely excellent. I was really impressed throughout all of the demos. I was in VR in total and the Vive for about 3.5 hours or 3 hours, and I didn't feel sick at all. And I mean, I was in a state there where I really, if I was going to feel sick, I should. I was, it'd been about 40 hours since I'd properly slept, because I had to fly and kind of adjust my life to get to Seattle to make this a reality. So if I was going to feel sick, I was exhausted already, so I should feel sick. But instead, I was really invigorated and excited, and not just because I'm a VR enthusiast and it's what I do for work. It's because it was so good, and the hardware was very impressive and kind of never really let me down at all. I was never disappointed. It really goes to show all of Valve and HTC's work on the device, and very excited to be receiving it and playing with it. And I fully guarantee no one will regret a purchase. I'd buy 2 of them if it meant getting one. So it doesn't, immersion at this level is just, you can't compare it. So yeah, and you can kind of see me here having a great time. Totally forgotten the headsets on. I'm fighting robots and flying through grates. I'm grabbing a grate and dropping it right there, and now I'm shooting a portal away because I realized there's something past the grate. uh, let's see. Yeah, and there's a knife throw. I think I took out a robot, and then I'm teleporting where the robot was. I'm looking around checking for more. So I'm kind of moving that portal of vision around to kind of get a gauge on what's happening. Um, so there's me. I'm opening something, and then I'm shooting a portal through, and then I'm landing, and I'll probably land and immediately check the surroundings very thoroughly. I'm looking through the portal here to make sure I can do this safely. And I'll go through, and then, yeah. So now I've shot over something with the portal, and I've landed. Now I'm hiding here. I'm shooting one there, another portal there. I'm probably navigating some hallways here, trying to figure out the best way to go after a robot, finding more knives. May I note, Budget Cuts has a really, really awesome feature. So, like, if you find knives, you can actually open up a little sort of glowing ball on one hand, and it kind of magnetically attracts the knife. So you grab the knife in, let's say, your left hand, and you put the knife into the glowing ball in your right hand, and it just sort of stays pointing into the ball. And then when you let go of the button that activates that sort of inventory slash ball, the knives disappear. But when I need them, I can open up that menu and I can reach over with my other hand and grab a knife and throw it. So it's not like I have to say, oh, equip it. It's just that when I sort of go into my little inventory, it just appears in front of me like all the knives I have, and I can just grab one and throw it. So in theory, I could grab 3 in a row and throw them very quickly. So it's kind of nice, like it's like a belt of knives that you have a lot of access to. So I believe here I'm actually up on a balcony, and I may have missed it, but I believe I threw a knife down towards a robot. I think I missed it. So now I think I'm opening a grate. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, from here on out, I kind of play through, continuing to fight off robots. I think I'm going to kind of conclude this here because, as you can expect, it's kind of the same thing of me doing this for a couple more minutes. But I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'm just going to kind of let this play out, and I'll just sort of cut it off at some point. So hopefully you're all excited. I sure am, and yeah, good luck to everybody getting a hold of one, and I can tell you they won't disappoint. So thanks to Valve and to all the developers for putting on such a great event. Everybody really enjoyed it, and all of us that were lucky enough to go were absolutely blown away, and we really believe that this is going to be the future of VR, and that it's going to be a really big deal. And I think that Budget Cuts and all these other really awesome demos sort of show this to be apparent. To make a platform amazing, it's not just the hardware, it's the software, and this software was truly amazing. None of these demos were any way a problem, or there's nothing wrong with them. I had fun in every single one and would play many hours of every single one. So I'm really believe in this starting lineup for Valve sort of core games. They're really impressive, and all of you guys are going to love them, and I know that I certainly will. So yeah, enjoy me shooting more portals and all of that. At some point I duck down and climb through some rafters and kind of some fun stuff. So yeah, anyway, yeah, have a good day. I bet everybody's thinking about VR. I certainly am now. Yeah, see ya.